Today I am telling you about the poem Grass. A child said, "What is the grass?" Catching it to me with full hands. How could I answer the child? I don't know what it is any more than he. I guess it must be the flag of my disposition out of full green stuff woven, or I guess it is the handkerchief of the Lord, a scented gift and remembrance designedly dropped. The poet deals with the essence of his poetry, grass, in this section. A child, in an innocent manner, brings a cluster of grass and questions the poet, "What is the grass?" An innocent question, no doubt, but it suggests volumes of meaning. At first, the poet says that he does not know the meaning of grass any better than the child does. Perhaps it may be an expression of his own personality. Again, he feels it may be the handkerchief of the Lord, a scented gift and remembrance designedly dropped. The grass would be a reminder to mankind of the greatness of God. The grass reminds us about the existence of God. It will set people to think about the creature of the grass. It tells us about somebody is the creature and he made everything. It will automatically lead to the awareness that grass and it also tells about the awareness that God, who made everything in this universe, also created the grass. Every creation of God has a purpose. The grass, for example, proves the existence of God. The grass is green. The green color projects the optimism of the poet. The green color is very beautiful and it projects the optimism of the poet. The grass arouses many associations and meanings in the mind of the poet. He guesses it. The, the grass is itself a child, the produced babe of the vegetation. Many qualities are common to the grass and the child. If you read the poem, Walt Whitman wants to say that there are so many qualities which are common to the grass and the child. It is lovely, carefree like the child. The grass is lovely, so the child is also lovely and carefree. The grass unravels the mysteries of this very universe. A child, out of curiosity and innocence, goes on questioning, and the answers reveal the mysteries of life. The grass is carefree and grows in all places. You see everywhere grass, in park also, and there are everywhere you can see the grass. It has no option to grow only in specific places. It grows among the black as well as white folks, in broad as well as narrow zones. This suggests the democratic spirit which the poet always emphasized. Whitman presents the eternal, inevitable death in its mysterious relation to love and rebirth without challenging its mystery or loathing its potency. The theme of the poetry would remain incomplete if he did not refer to the unquestionable death. Death is dreaded by one and all. Everybody afraid of death. It is the final chapter in the life. Death is the final chapter in life. That is the common accepting factor. Whitman, by his approach, clarifies that death is an opening to another life. You know, after death, it is believed that it is an opening to another life. He says, the grass appears to me the beautiful uncut hair of grace. Tenderly will I use you, curling grass. The grass grows on the graves of the poet who died. The people, many be young, old men or women, the dead grow out in the form of the curling grass. The poet believes that who are dead, they are in the form of grass. The poet tries to translate the ideas of dead expressed in the form of curling grass. He questions the grass to tell him of the well-being of the dead. He thinks of what has happened to the dead. He thinks of what has happened to the dead. He knows that they are in other forms but not disintegrated. The scientific theory that matter is never destroyed has been expressed by the poet. The smallest sprout shows there is really no death. It is a very powerful line. The smallest sprout shows there is really no death. And if ever there was, it led forward life and does not wait at the end to arrest it and seize the moment life appeared. He feels the grass replying that the dead are alive. The poet feels that the grass replying that the dead are alive. Death is the continuity of life. Death is the continuity of life. The smallest sprout, though small, insignificant, and common, becomes significant as the process involved in the creation of the universe is the same in the creation of the grass also. The existence of the grass on the graves suggests that the dead are still living. The existence of the grass on the graves suggests that the dead are still living in a different shape. The grass suggests that death is transformation into a new life. So I say this is a very beautiful poem written by Walt Whitman. He is a very powerful American poet and he is a very reputed writer and the poem has a valuable thought also. The grass suggests that death is transformation into a new life. Thank you.